Fresh off the success of Mothra vs. Godzilla, Toho decided to make a new film called Redbeard, directed by Akira Kurosawa. Unfortunately, that film fell behind schedule, so instead, we got this movie, Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster, also released in 1964. So basically what happens is, a meteor shower happens on Japan. But it's not a good thing. Around the same time, a Venusian princess named Salno, played by Kiko Wakabayashi, goes on a plane headed to Earth, but when she senses it's going to explode, being a prophet and all, she escapes while the plane explodes. Anyway, back with the meteor subplot. The largest one of them lands on Mount Kurodane, and so, a professor named Miura, played by Hiroshi Koizumi, leads a team to investigate the meteor, which starts exhibiting some strange properties. But anyway, back with the princess. So now that she's escaped the plane, a lot of people are trying to kill her. And so, a security chief named Okita, played by Akihiko Arata, sends out a guy named Detective Shindo, played by Yosuke Natsuki. Yeah, they don't even give him a first name. They just call him Detective. Later, Shindo's sister, Naoko, played by Yuriko Hoshi, who also was in the last film in the series, interviews the princess, who claims that Rodan will appear in Mount Aso. However, a dunderhead doesn't take care of his hat and it blows into Aso. Another guy tries to get it for him, but he doesn't come back up because Rodan literally digs his way into the series and flies off. The Shobijin, once again played by the Peanuts, are planning to leave on a ship after they had just appeared on television, but the princess says it's not a good idea. Why? Well, check your way into the 40-minute mark and you'll find out why. He finds Rodan flying by and chases him all across Japan, eventually clashing at Mount Fuji. While back at Kurodake, the meteor explodes into a fireball, and at 54 minutes in, our main villain, King Ghidorah, who would eventually be going as Godzilla's arch rival, finally makes his presence known. As Ghidorah slowly destroys Tokyo, the Shobijin call on Mothra for help, and Sano is taking a shock therapy to basically check on her. What she reveals is pretty dark. King Ghidorah attacked Venus 5,000 years ago, and she fled to Earth. The last remaining Mothra heads to Mount Fuji and tries to get their attention while they're playing a game of volleyball. She spits her web in their face while they both laugh at each other's misery. She then tries to convince them to fight against King Ghidorah, which they both refuse. So she goes by herself and gets absolutely destroyed. But Godzilla and Rodan change their minds, and in a pivotal moment for the series, Godzilla becomes a hero. Well, not really. He's more of an anti-hero fighting for his territory, but you get what I mean. After a few funny moments, like Rodan allowing Mothra to climb on her back and Godzilla getting shot in his wiener, Ghidorah finally retreats with the combined might of the three Earth monsters. Sano returns home, and Godzilla and Rodan watch Mothra return to her home. Better monster brawls than versus Mothra, but a weaker story at the same time. But hey, we got introduced to the space age, so why not? Overall, I rate this movie an 8 out of 10, the same as last time, but it's still a good movie.